Alright, I also noticed the Elna is skipping stitches, so we're going to have to get that bobbin case out because the white thread is just yanking the upper thread through, and then once we've got the bobbin case out and cleaned, we can look into the stitch skipping. Alright, so the bobbin case on the Elna here is in there kind of loose, but I don't see the thing that like holds it down. So I'm wondering if there's two tiny screws here. Oh. No. Alright, I think if I pop one of these screws out, okay. So as you can see, I got the top of the bobbin case out. It's a two-part bobbin case that is installed with the hook, and to clean any further I'd have to pop the hook out, and I don't know how to do that exactly. I also had better access to clean around, and it looks like things are good otherwise. So, but this bobbin case, I took this apart and ran it through the cleaner, and it was filthy. All around it was filthy under everything. So, first things, we need to reassemble the tension lever here. And that goes on like so with the that does pop out, okay. This is the tension adjuster, and it was stuck in before I put it in the cleaner, and now it can pop out. So that's nice, but anyhow. So, the tension spring is 2 pieces. So there's this first one that has a slot in it, and then it has the 2 fingers on the end that the thread goes under. And then there's a second one this one has a smaller slot, and then this finger here goes through both of those slots and keeps them lined up. Now, with that lined up, there is a teeny tiny screw here that is a knurled knob. And it goes You know what'll make this way easier? If I pop the adjuster out. So, set the adjuster aside. And now, without any side pressure, this little knurled knob Now that little knurled knob had to come out of there because it was covered in goo. Oh, and when I took that out, I thought it was threaded, but it is not in fact threaded. It is just a tiny knurled knob that sets in there. Okay, well, just like how this tension adjuster, I thought it was screwed in some way, but it is not. It is just set in place. Now, with the tension reassembled, we've got this piece here. This bracket sticks over that pin and holds it in place. Okay. Get these two tiny screws back in, and then the top half of the bobbin case will be reassembled. Hopefully this thorough cleaning, because there was a lot of goo and buildup under the springs, that'll be the secret, part of the secret for this tension. The other thing is, I went through and looked at the bobbin that I was using that came in the machine, and you can see it's flat, and another bobbin that came with the machine has a curved surface. It also has holes on one side and a flat and solid on the other, and this is holes on both sides. I think this bobbin is the wrong bobbin, so I'm going to load up this curved bobbin and try that. Because, yeah, I have a feeling that these two bobbins, the three that came with the machine, are these three. I think these two are incorrect bobbins, and this is the only bobbin that actually belongs to this machine. So we'll try that. That should fix a lot of our tension issues too. Alright, so this is the best view of the bobbin case area on the Elna. And see, it's got the lower case here, and that spins freely without the upper case on it. And that has a flat here. That flat faces the front, and underneath the feed dogs here. And then it matches, there's 2 screw holes, and one here and one there. So get it facing the right way, and then we have to line up okay, so and then there are these tiny retainer screws with springs on them. One goes in each of these holes. And bobbin case was not rotated to match the holes up. I was trying to feel it from the inside with the... There we go. Look at that. The holes lined up. This is slightly shorter. Yeah, okay. Okay. So those studs have springs on them, so you just have to tighten them back in until it's there. And then this case is supposed to be set for 1. So there's the bobbin tension setting. And now that this is back in, I'm going to thread that, or I'm going to spool that bobbin, wind that bobbin that I think is the right bobbin for this machine, and we'll see if a thorough cleaning and the right bobbin fixes the tension issues. Alright, as you can see, I got the whole hook and case out here, still having tension issues with it, but I noticed the screws down below the hook here, which are in an area where the thread will interact, they're all pretty badly bunged up from somebody grinding on them before. So I'm taking sandpaper and just polishing the tops off to get that bunged up area smoothed off, so that they won't catch any thread. So I'm gonna polish these screw heads up a little bit, and you can see through the bobbin case there's 3 holes in the bottom here, and you have to rotate the hook to match them up with the space in the bobbin case to get the bobbin case and hook out as an assembly. So I'm gonna, clean this again. I thought I had cleaned the inside of the hook, but we'll clean it some more. And I checked the hook feels okay. And then we'll get this back in with those polished screw heads. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3 screws in the bottom of the bobbin case area on the hook. I removed those 3 screws and polished them because they all have chewed up heads, and then I put them back in, and they go to a clamp piece that seems to be plastic that clamps the hook onto the rotating shaft that turns it. So those 3 screws are the clamp that adjusts the hook timing on this. And I'm going to refocus the camera. Okay, and the hook, as you can see, I've got it timed so the needle is coming up as the hook passes behind it on the right hand side. And then the hook on this machine is tilted so that when it comes back around now, it will also pass just behind the needle as the needle is drawing up on the left. So that's actually pretty clever that the bobbin hook, or the hook and case, are tilted so that they're oriented behind the needle in the same way, or same height as it goes. But that's back in, and I think that's tightened up. We're going to test this out and see what happens now with those screw heads polished so that they aren't catching any thread. Okay, I think I have the tension issues resolved on this machine, and I discovered something about the hook timing. The hook timing in this machine, if it's off, the bobbin case will not rotate properly to release the thread, and it will cause binding.